are feeding some critical care to Lucy. If you've been watching my lives, then you know that she is got some labored breathing happening. There is no discharge from her eyes. There is no discharge from her nose that I can tell. But she does have labored breathing, so I'm not sure exactly what the problem is, but she does have an appointment online with Dr. Henderson tomorrow, January 3rd, to hopefully get help and some medication if that's what she needs. And hopefully we will be able to have her make a full recovery. Now, I had my computer on live all day today while I was out so that I can keep an eye on her. I had some friends keeping an eye on her as well, and they told me that they saw her eating. Now, I personally can never spot her when I look on the camera. But we have 8 guinea pigs in that cage, and a lot of them have white fur, just like she does. Lucy has the black on this side, a little bit of ginger brown on this side, but otherwise she is mostly white. And a lot of my other guinea pigs have a very similar coloring. So I am hoping that it was her that they saw eating. As you can see, she has an appetite, which makes me relieved and actually really happy to see that. She's already had 2 doses of vitamin C. I also gave her a very homemade type nebulizer type treatment of just like water vapors. I had her in a tub with some hay, and she was on the counter while I took my shower. I am doing anything and everything I can think of that could possibly help her, and hopefully she will make it throughout the night again until we have our appointment with Dr. Henderson tomorrow at 11:30. Lucy is my 3-year-old sow. She is one of my original pigs. So I am very adamant on making sure that she will make it. The great news is that last night her ears were so cold, like her body was so weak yesterday. Today, her ears are nice and warm, like they're not overly hot, but they're warm. And since the last time she was weighed, which was about 2 weeks ago, until the other day when I weighed her, she had gained about 35 grams. Now, 28 to 30 grams can be the difference between a full versus empty bladder, so it's really hard to determine if she, had an empty bladder or not. Her bowels have not been consistently normal. I have given her some Benebac earlier as well. So we are doing everything we can, but I just wanted to kind of show you how I feed critical care to Lucy. And the fact that she is taking it so well, to me, says that she needs it. She hasn't been eating. Now, not every guinea pig is going to take it this easy. Some guinea pigs will put up a fuss. I personally think that if a guinea pig really needs the critical care and they're really like starving, haven't eaten like in a long time, and a long time for them kind of thing, not for me, I believe that they will take the critical care more willingly. But I feel like if they don't really need it, but you're forcing them to, and they're in pain or something is, causing them to not be able to eat it because they can't pass the stool or something, then, maybe they'll put up more of a fuss. But, that's just my opinion. not necessarily a fact. Just every guinea pig I have had has basically willingly taken critical care when needed. But, yeah, that is our little update with Lucy for now. And stay tuned, and I will give you a further update with what Dr. Henderson says tomorrow. So most of you have been sitting here waiting for an update about Lucy. Unfortunately, I can't give you that update just yet. The online vet with Vetster had texted 10 minutes before saying that they couldn't make that appointment and that I can reschedule with a new vet. So we are going to be seeing a different vet at 4 p.m. today. So you'll just have to be a little patient for all and any updates. In the meantime, I get to go clean this cage out now because it's driving me nuts. It's gross. It's only a day sooner than I normally would have, but I want them to have fresh everything. If you notice your guinea pig is breathing like this, and their breathing looks very labored, get them to a vet as soon as possible. Alright everyone, we are back. So I just finished up with the online vet with Lucy. The vet prescribed her enrofloxacin. He basically said he's making an educated guess based on the symptoms that I described to him. Now, because he doesn't have Lucy directly in front of him to be able to do a thorough health check as well as x-rays to make sure that her kidneys are fine, her liver is fine, and so forth, he can only go on an educated guess based on what I'm describing. I held up Lucy right in front of the camera, and he can see the labored breathing, so I'm not imagining that. And because a new symptom developed today, which I noticed she had a bit of crusty, a little crust under the one eye. Usually that would indicate like an upper respiratory infection. So we are basically going to give Lucy the antibiotics. I have to order it through a vet or a pet pharmacy. And the first pharmacy I chose apparently is sold out. So Vetster faxed over the prescription to another pet pharmacy that they know of. So I need to call them as soon as I'm done recording this to confirm that they received the fax. And we will go from there and hope that she recovers. Now, would I recommend Vetster? Yes and no. So the reason I do recommend Vetster is because in a pinch, if you need medical advice from a professional, then you can speak to a professional vet face to face, but not really. It's through a video call, and you can get professional medical advice regarding your pet, whether it's a guinea pig or dog, cat, bird, whatever it might be. So that is the convenience factor. You know, for someone who might not have transportation to get to an in-person vet, or for someone who's just got an extremely hectic work schedule that you just can't take the time off for some reason, you know, having an online vet can be, it could be a convenient factor. Now, I will not recommend Vetster as a replacement for your pet, in the sense that if there is a medical emergency, like your animal is turning blue, or they fell from a table that was, 6 feet above ground level, things like that, don't call Vetster for an appointment. You will want to go to an emergency vet, have your pet x-rayed and looked at and so forth. So it really it really depends on the circumstance of your pet's needs and why you need a vet. So as far as pricing, I definitely would recommend Vetster, especially if you have multiple animals. For example, I have 13 guinea pigs, so I signed up with an annual fee, which allows me 4 video calls with the vet, unlimited access to a vet tech for advice. And, if I need to ask how much I should feed my guinea pig, or how much vitamin C she should get, or things like that, I have unlimited access to that. I have access to consulting and messaging the vet within 48 hours after my appointment. So if I have any further questions or a new symptom comes up that he should know about, I can contact him directly, messaging him on the app, and we can consult that way. If you are doing just a one-time appointment, it is still cheaper compared to an in-person vet appointment. But again, it depends on the circumstance of why you need the vet. If you need x-rays, if you need blood work to be done, or things like that, you definitely need to see an in-person vet for that. If it's something minor, then you can probably use Vetster and it will benefit you. So while I'm not saying not to use it, I'm also not saying absolutely rely on it. It's a convenience factor. For me, I don't have transportation to just drop what I'm doing and drive an hour away to go consult my in-person vet. If I did, I would. But I don't. So my next best option is either consult a vet that has no experience in guinea pigs, or consult a vet online via video chat and hope that they can help us out. So, did I have a good experience with Vetster? Overall, I had a great experience with Vetster so far. I have no complaints about them. So, in the description of the video, I am going to link their website. If you want to consider signing up with Vetster for an annual option, or even if you just need them for a one-time option, there is a link below through my name or my account. You can save 40% off of your first appointment. But that is just there in case you want to. You don't have to. So, to recap, I was instructed to separate Lucy and continue what I'm doing. The vet told me that normally he would recommend someone to feed critical care, give a probiotic, which I've already started doing, which is great because I'm pretty sure I helped save her life because of that. But I gotta give credit to Michelle for that, because when I first discovered Lucy not being her normal self, I had a complete blank relapse of not knowing what to do. I was in such a frenzy. It was bad. But yeah, so I separated Lucy. Unfortunately, it does mean that my herd now has a smaller space, and she is in a small 2x2 section of only, I want to say 5 square feet, which I know is well below the minimum, but it's only temporary until she's better, and then I'm going to reintegrate her into the herd and open up the cage again. So it's just temporary, keep that in mind. And yeah, that is all the update I have for you as far as Lucy and as far as the Vetster medical app goes. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!